Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Dr. Tawana Worlds, also known as the Disruptor, also known as the Persistent Neighbor. And I'm coming by one more time to beat on your door, okay? I'm no longer knocking, I'm beating because this is my final sign off. The movement must continue to move. And a lot of the times, our people have been awakened to see the reality of a situation and still fail to move. We are human beings. We're supposed to be moving. So the train must move. The movement must continue to move. And I really believe that before I go, I paid to come by here and share this with you all because I really believe that this is something that we all need to be paying very close attention to. It's a state of emergency. Okay. Hold on one second. Now, I'm not going to play the volume on this one because I don't want the video to be flagged. But basically what the laws that they're campaigning for is this universal income, also known as unconditional basic income. So what this gentleman is saying is, hey, let's get rid of all of the loans. Let's clear all of the debt and give everybody the same playing field. And everybody will now have $10,000 per month. Nobody is rich. Nobody is poor. Nevertheless, it comes with many strings attached. Okay. Many strings attached, meaning they control. If you eat too much meat, we dock you. If you jaywalk, we dock you. If you don't go along with the narrative, we dock you. If you ain't got that stuff that goes in your body that makes you very sick, and you will catch my drift when I say that, then you get docked. If you speak against our narrative, then you are docked. So it comes with a whole lot of strings attached. And the reason I showed y'all that is because of this right here. Janet Yellen, the U.S. Secretary of Treasury, the lady that's controlling the monies, pretty much in a sense, the lady that lied and said that inflation was only transitory. Well, now Janet Yellen is stressing the need for central bank digital currency. Well, I just wonder, is the banks crashing on purpose or on purpose? You tell me. And which is also why we were led to open up the land opportunity out here in Texas, because our Governor Abbott, just as long as right along with Governor DeSantis, is banning digital currency from the feds. Why? Because the feds is getting ready to implement this. The reason why they are banning it and passing legislation that we don't want it is because it promotes surveillance, heavily surveillance, the 15-minute cities, the derailments, the inflation, the banks crashing. Now we need bank bailouts, and now they don't have enough bailouts to bail out the bank. And now, we have a natural catastrophe pretty much in short term, because it is a goal to push this digital currency, my brothers and my sisters. But that ain't even the bulk of it. What I really showed up for was this right here.
He admits that they will send out an announcement. So get ready for this. They admit they will send out an announcement and they will tell us not to use money. This is how it's going to go down. They tell us that they plan on telling us on a Friday night. See if you can guess why they would tell us on a Friday night that the banking system has collapsed.
There are a lot of things we've been thinking about, and what we want to hear from you today is what you think the priorities would be in order to go about setting expectations appropriately in public about how we would execute Title II, so that if and when we do have to have that announcement on Friday night, ideally Friday night, that people are in a position to receive it, understand it, and say, yeah, that works. And we can see how this will happen. Of course, there will be doubters, but there's a lot of things going on.
So Friday night, of course, the banking system is closed. So people all weekend can just be at home freaking out because, oh, wait a minute, well, what's going to happen with my money?
Yeah.
My bank's gone. Like, we're in this economic, what the hell are you going to do about my money? It's gone. They're admitting, like, this is coming.
And the same reason why now they saying this.
Folks, we're in trouble. Combine what Twinkies is doing, people's faith in the government collapsing, the police state emerging. Combine that with the lifestyle obstacle of your middle-class lifestyle about to be decimated. We got a problem.
We don't just have a problem, we got a big problem. Did y'all just hear that they said on a Friday night? Now they are planning. I told y'all they always plan. They are planning to announce that your money ain't no good. The very money that we, the people, keep on continuing to be afraid to let go of and to turn it into hard assets. The very people that we keep taking our resources and consuming and buying up stuff, that they are taking our money that we're using, putting into the system to invest in, to safeguard them and their families. That very dollar bill is not about to be good at all. 4 big banks have crashed, with many more on the way. It's all done strategically, my brothers and my sisters, so that they can push the centralized currency, digital currency, the 15-minute cities. Oh, yes. They got it locked and loaded, and baby, it's about to explode. Do you understand me? So in my final goodbyes, this is the only reason that I have been coming by here as hard, beating the ground and the pavement, telling my family we should have been in government contracts. If somebody tell you to exchange $1,000 or $10,000 for $1 billion, for a month worth of work, for a year worth of work, for 13 years worth of work, for 22 years worth of work, why would we do that? Because that's the only way we're going to get the resources, the revenue that we need to be able to do what we need to do for the community. It is not just about us and our families. It is about us as a family. $3 billion. You don't believe me? This is for those who would love to get into the healthcare and social assistance. You know, the work that we go to the facilities and slave for $8 to $10 an hour. Well, this is for assisted living facilities. Take care of the elderly. Check this out. Here you got this business one time up here, and here you got this business twice up here. Now, check this one out at the top. They started the contract 3/21, ended the contract 1 year later, 12/22. What you see up over there? Do you not see 3 billion? Because I see 3 billion. Well, how about these two down here? Got a contract in 2021. It ended 2 months later. They got another contract in 2020. It ended 2 months later. Look at what they received for 2 months worth of work. Do you see 1 billion, 1 billion? That's what I see. So family, we should have been in government contracting. If you in the Airbnb space, I've been telling y'all they buy everything except the banks. If you a bank, then they don't buy your services. But you can actually go cop you $200,000 to provide some white bread. Who wouldn't do that? What is wrong with us? We allow fear to grip us and keep us held hostage, holding on to what we do have so that when we lose that, that's all we got. I'm in groups and networks and inner circles with other people that are very well prepared. That's why I'm so angry with us as a community. But you know what? My hands is clean. I did what I was supposed to do. And I did that from a place of love. Love is not something we say with our mouth. Love is what we do with our actions. And I have showed up religiously in love to tell you this is the way I prayed. I was not led to get into crypto and all this other stuff. I was not. I was led to get into gold, silver. Why we ain't got no land? Why we ain't got no cattle? Why we ain't got no cows? Why we ain't got no pigs? That's the type of assets we need, because that is what's going to sustain us. For those that know anything about, in times past, people were always given a way of escape, a time to prepare. And the people that did not prepare perished. It's why we've been driving transportation. You think that transportation, we listen to the craziest of the craziest, especially the people who did not have the guts to go all the way to the end. They started something and didn't finish, or they too afraid to start, so therefore they criticize. Do you think transportation is going somewhere anytime soon? No, that's why they dumping billions and trillions of dollars into transportation to make self-driving transportation cars and all of this stuff. Come on, family. We got to wake up. See, people perish for a lack of knowledge. A lack of knowledge means a lack of education, the lack of understanding, the lack of an experience. We don't got the information. Well, actually, we do. We don't want to take advantage of it. It is easier for we, the people, to make excuses of why, well, you know, they did this, they did that. Get up off of your ass so you can stand up on your feet. Who cares what they did? Not in that disrespectful aspect, because they punished nations and generations. But I'm saying now we are that generation that says the buck stops here. We claim to love our ancestors so much, but is their dying in vain? Because they didn't get to see the opportunities that we got amongst us. Even with the banks crashing, I've been telling y'all, get they money and turn it into hard assets. Do what they do. Use other people's money to make you some money. Use business credit to start your transportation. Get your fleet, your equipment. Use business credit to go buy you some land. Turn your dirt into dollars. You will never be broke. And we don't want to move. So your girl is done. D-O-N-E, done. Whatever I do have available, it will be down below. And for those that are afraid and stuck, because in order for you to get that money, the only thing that you have to do in order for you to get business funding, in order for you to have a brand new life, in order for you to get ahead of the game and play the game, get in the game to play the game so you can win the game, in order for you to do any of that, you must have a legally structured business. We've offered to do it for you. There's some links down below in the description. The transportation done for you. Let us do it for you. The government contract, we threw that up in there too. If you don't want to do it, let us build you out a business so you can go and confiscate what rightfully belongs to you. The wealth of the wicked is stored up. Ain't that something? The wicked is stored it up. And now the people that it belongs to won't even step a foot to go get it. They won't even put forth the effort to learn how to go into the storage house and carry back their possessions. That's something. We have offered to do it for you. We have offered to show you how to do what it is we doing. Why? Because you can take that and turn that and sell that to the government. Excuse me. They have all kind of programs and companies right now that are doing what I'm teaching you how to do. And they are making a very lucrative. This is the way. The government contracts is the way. You want to get there rapidly, get into anything in construction. There's a link down below as well for that. We need our people in construction. See, the name of the game is not to be indebted into their system. Let me use your system to do a service for you that's going to pay me to do a service for us. Let me get that $1 million contract. Let me hire Pedro and them to go do the work. Construction. I'm just going to start the construction business. I'm going to let them do the work. Charge y'all $5 million, pay them 2.5. I got 2.5 to do what I need to do. Hello, somebody. Transportation, security, infrastructure. It ain't never going nowhere. It ain't never going nowhere. And the $1 million systems, y'all see how AI is taking over, and y'all didn't want to take me up and get ahead of the game and learn the system so you can use them while we can, get what we can, confiscate and get out of it before this beast get too beastish. Look, folks, my time is up. I'm out. It's my last time, my final goodbyes on any of these opportunities that are listed down below. It's my final goodbyes. If you want to stay connected, there is a link to say email list. Please subscribe to it, and that is how we can connect. Until then, I don't know what to say.